How would seikoo look in BDS? Probably amazing. I think seikoo would probably look amazing on any team. Any team with 2 players who are really, really good, like his teammates are. The only reason I'm pretty confident, or the main reason I'm pretty confident seikoo can produce similar kind of performances on LAN to what he has online is because the environment that team's got is clearly amazing. And when you've got good vibes and when you've got that kind of like trust in your teammates, that really is the best like thing to bring out good play. Ask any pro player, how easy is it to produce your best play and to produce good play when you've got good vibes in your team compared to how hard it is when you've got bad vibes. Every pro will tell you that that is exactly what you want. So Endpoint have really got they've got all the tools to win this. The only thing that they don't have is consistency in Swiss. They're not consistent in Swiss, have never been consistent in Swiss throughout the split. So that's going to be, I think, the test for Endpoint is getting through Swiss. Once they make bracket, I feel like they're going to be an absolute monster. It's on LAN, not in your studio. I mean, it's kind of like similar though. This LAN's not going to be with a crowd. It's not going to be with like a big arena, a big like indoor arena. It's going to be kind of similar to playing on a bootcamp actually. If Justin was the best player in the world, why did he once play RLRS? He dominated RLRS. He crushed RLRS. He carried a team into RLCS who never would have got there without him. I know you're trolling, CJ, but that's the answer. Espo Fination, thanks for the 3-month Prime, and also Exo Exodus, thanks for the brand new Prime. Nate DeGreat, thanks for the 2-month Tier 1. Welcome back. Endpoint beats NRG? Nah. The only teams I would have had beating NRG in this bracket, possibly, the only teams that I can see beating NRG in this bracket would be Envy, possibly, Dignitas, possibly, and Endpoint. They're the 3 teams who I think have a good chance against NRG. I think BDS right now, I don't think they're going to be like, a lot of people are thinking, wow, BDS mentals in the bin, they're going to be even worse come LAN. I don't think so. I think that they're going to improve. They're still a sick team, but you know, that's a jump to say that they're going to get up to the level that NRG, Endpoint, and Dig are currently at. G2 could easily beat NRG. I don't know. I feel like in bracket that'll be too much pressure, and NRG are pretty good at getting under G2's skin in those situations. But yeah, G2 have got a great playstyle for LAN. If they can make that work, they're the most dangerous NA team. But making that work is going to be so hard. Plus, yeah, there's my predictions, guys. I'm pretty try-hard with them. I said this earlier, but I'll repeat. I would have had Semper going through to my top 8. I do think Semper are a top 8 team at this LAN, skill-wise. But in Swiss, they ended up against Complexity last round, and I picked Cole over them. But since I know people are going to ask, whoa, how does Johnny have Sandrock over Semper? If Sandrock played Semper in the last round, I would have said Semper to win. I would have said Semper to win, for the record. But that's just how Swiss works. It's important that you get every single win in Swiss. And Sandrock drew TVE round 2, got a 3-0. So I think this could all happen. I think I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy actually with my Sandrock predictions. You guys said this 3-2 over this. I think you guys predicted Sandrock losing to Vitality. Let me see. No, you guys actually never had them. You guys did have Sandrock losing to Semper. I agree there. Losing to Complexity, I agree. Envy, I agree. Beating TVE. Oh, that's ground 0 actually. And losing Endpoint, Semper. Yeah, I agree with all of your guys' Sandrock predictions. If these teams matched up in Swiss, I think the results would go exactly as you guys said. But in my Swiss, they just ended up with different matchups. The Vitality round 3 is clutch, because that's like the only team in that round that I think Sandrock would have won against. Look at the options in round 3 for Sandrock. Semper, G2, Endpoint, Vitality. I don't pick Sandrock over Semper, G2, or Endpoint, but Vitality I do. So they just lucked into the one draw that I picked them in. It's just how it works. But CJ was asking, what happens if they get a 3-0 here? Let's find out. Does it change Renegade's matchup? Look at the bottom of your screen here, round 4. It doesn't look like it changes round 3, but it does actually change round 5. No way. Look at that, chat. Look at that. Look at round 5. Because we decided to give TVE a game, that actually eliminated Semper from the top 8. That is how much one game matters in Swiss. Because look, if we give the 1 to TVE, Semper play against Complexity and they're out. If we give a 0 to TVE, Semper play against Renegades, and I would probably say they win that. Complexity play against Sandrock, I think Complexity win. So that's how crazy one game can be in Swiss. It can completely change a matchup. It can completely change your predictions. Sometimes even more than that. Sometimes like just changing one game can completely change all 3 matchups in a round, or all 4 matchups in a round. Everything can change based on one game. That's a pretty good illustration of why stuff like this matters. I mean, we kind of put the 1 in there for fun, but also because I think that could happen. I feel like Renegades could just be like, yeah, let's give them a game. But yeah, now that you've seen this, CJ, you might think again. Although it actually worked out in your favor. I mean, CJ, who would you rather play in round 5? Sandrock, Semper, or Complexity? Because if you 3-1 TVE, you get Sandrock. If you 3-0 them, you get Semper. So yeah, Sandrock. It worked in their favor actually to end up losing a game, but you never know that when you lose. So it's usually, well, always the best bet to try and win every game because you get a better differential. The only problem is, okay, so I said Semper 3-0 here because I wanted to put a 3-0 in every round, and I thought in this round the most obvious 3-0 is this one. It's probably just some EU team running away with it. Manipulate the Swiss stage. Your sleep on Team Era Eternity. Who did I have Era Eternity losing to? NRG, FaZe, and their own like regions team who they've lost to. How is that sleeping on them? I gave Furia a win over FaZe, but that's after FaZe have already lost. Like, FaZe, I don't think they're tilted if they lose to Vitality. Then they beat Era. But then I think they're tilted if they lose to Semper in a 3-2. Because they're like, no, why are we on our last life? And then they probably are like thinking, Furia, we already 3-0'd one of that team's, or one of this region. Then they maybe get caught thinking too much about the next round and end up losing. But yeah, there's my final bracket. I like it. I don't know, chat. What do you not like about my bracket? If you don't like anything about my bracket or my Swiss predictions, what do you think is my worst individual series prediction? Type in chat right now. What is my worst individual series prediction? NRG endpoint, of course, somebody would say that. NRG, SRG, I don't think that's happened in this. SRG in bracket, but you have to look closely. Which one of their results on the way to bracket do you not like? Because surely you like them losing to G2, beating TVE, losing to Envy, and Twitch chat also predicted Sandrock to beat Renegades. I've got the Twitch chat bracket here. Sandrock beat Renegades in the Twitch bracket as well, so the majority of people think that's going to happen actually. I think, yeah, people don't agree with this one. Sandrock over Vitality. I don't know, I like that matchup for Sandrock. The matchups that I like for Sandrock Gaming are all of the minor region teams, so I think they're going to be just too good mechanically, I guess. And Vitality. That's pretty much it. That's it, actually. I think Vitality are the only EU or NA team that Sandrock have got a good match against. Because I don't like how Vitality defend against a team like Sandrock. I don't like how Vitality defend against like SAM teams either. Like, it doesn't suit playing against SAM teams, and I think my own predictions back that up. Where's Vitality? Yeah, I had them losing to Complexity as well. They kind of play like SAM teams. I had them getting destroyed by NRG because I think that I don't like Vitality's defense. Do we have any pros in chat who can comment on Vitality's defense? How open is that backboard and why? Why is Vitality's backboard wide open? I can't explain that. I think they're going to get like destroyed by very aerially teams. SRG play with Khaled, same results. Funnily enough, Vitality might actually prefer to play against Khaled than Senzo. I feel like Senzo Vitality might, or Senzo SRG might be worse for Vitality in particular. But for a lot of other teams, I think Khaled SRG would be worse because of the different playstyles that those teams are going to play with. SRG lost to Vitality in IWO. That doesn't really like compare though, because that's on a 80 to 100 ping. Also in IWO, didn't Senzo play? And also didn't Sandrock Gaming play with LAN ping. I'm pretty sure. No, that was a WePlay. Yeah, Senzo I think had really bad ping that day, and Ahmad and Khaled both had 80 or something. You can't compare a cross-region match with a LAN match. It's not the same. It's really not the same. The only reason that people do compare Sandrock's cross-region matches with their predictions for same ping matches is because Sandrock have done well in the past with a huge ping disadvantage. So people now think that that means that it's fair game. You know, just because Sandrock have done well in the past against EU teams, that we need to treat them as equals. But they're not. They're like playing with a huge disadvantage. 80 ping for Ahmad Khaled. I think it's even like higher than that for Ahmad sometimes. And for Senzo, it's like 110 or something, 100 online. That's not the same, guys. It's really not the same. SMAD deniers. Like, you can't look at a cross-region match and say, well, that's how it will go then when they play on LAN. It's going to be totally different. Playing with high ping doesn't just affect your ability to like read a player mechanically, but it also like totally affects your ability to read your teammates, because sometimes it looks like your teammates hit the ball, then suddenly it goes through them and you're out of position. You know, just you're out of position a lot. And mostly like Sandrock have to just like wait. Whenever there's a 50-50 in an EU versus Middle East match, well, Sandrock versus EU match on EU servers, and when there's a 50-50 on their screen, they have to wait and see what actually happened before they can go, and that really slows you down. Ping effect seems, but SMAD was valid. Well, the difference in SMAD is that we played half of the games on EU server, half of the games on NA server, and EU was better on NA server than NA was on EU server. That's a fair comparison. When you play the entire series on EU server, that's not a fair comparison. This is not the same as SMAD. SMAD was fair because you played half on each server. Every Sandrock versus EU match that has ever happened in any Rocket League competition has been played entirely on EU server. That's not fair. It's not a fair comparison of teams. It's SRG's first big LAN. Not really though. They've played a lot of really big LANs in KSA, and I know people are going to say it's not the same as a, you know, it's a local LAN. Some of them have been massive amounts of prize money. They've got loads of prize money in the Middle East LANs. I'm pretty sure that the most recent one that they played was like a 6-figure prize pool. Quite a lot of money. So I don't know. I don't think the Sandrock are going to be the team who are affected by LAN to the highest degree at all. You know, teams like, let's see, have Complexity ever played a LAN? I don't think so. People are saying BDS. I think Extras played LANs, but the other two not so much. You've got a lot of NA players as well. First Killers never played a LAN. They won 150k last LAN, 150,000 US dollars for winner of the Saudi Esports Federation Cup. They won it twice. Yeah, think about this, guys. They played on stage against like other KSA teams for prize pools that are absolutely absurd in Saudi Arabia, and they've crushed every single time. Like they're really, really good on LAN. 160k on LAN for winning. Think about that. Doesn't matter who you're against, that's pressure, and they've destroyed every single LAN they've played. I think Ahmad's played like 6 LANs or something. Senzo's played a few. Khaled has played quite a lot of LANs as well, but he's not going to be there. And TRK I think has played 2 or 3 LANs if I'm not mistaken. They played a lot of LANs, way more than the EU and NA like young players, like way more. Was it 160k prize pool? Still, that's a lot. Usually winner takes like 30 to 50% of prize money, so maybe they're getting like 80, 50, 60, whatever it is. Yeah, I've said in the past, well, I've said recently, even after Senzo was announced as SRG's player, I did say that I think Sandrock will be the best non-NA and EU team. I stand by that. My actual power rankings, let me pull up my power rankings because I've got that somewhere. Hold on. Let me pull up my power rankings for the LAN, teams wise. So like Swiss stage power rankings. Let's just do this right now. So I had S, A, B, C, D, E. So Swiss stage power rankings, NRG, and I think probably like Dig will be my S tier. Then you've got BDS, Envy, G2, I think are the next best teams. And then you've got, basically what this means, guys, is if these two teams play each other in Swiss, flip a coin. If these three teams play each other in Swiss, flip a coin. But if NRG play BDS, I think NRG is going to win. If Dig play BDS, I think Dig wins. Dig over NRG, Dig over G2. This, you know, you guys know what I mean here. C tier, I think, let's say, I'll put Endpoint in this one, and Semper, and Complexity as well. I think that all those teams, if they play each other, that's how it would go. Then I think you've probably got FaZe, SRG, and Furia. Now this is all very close at the bottom actually, but I'll probably put Renegades, and the only reason I put Renegades in Ground Zero below Furia is because I don't think that the Renegades Ground Zero playstyle will be as much of a problem as Furia will for EU NA teams. I really think SAM playstyle, Middle East playstyle is going to be tougher to deal with in the OCE playstyle. OCE kind of try and play like quite organized and quite tidy. They need to, you know, get crazy if they're gonna. But that's my power rankings. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll make it bigger. That's my power rankings for Swiss, for the LAN. Pretty simple. Oh, I missed Vitality. We'll put Vitality in here as well. There we go. That's my power rankings. Vitality not on the list. Yeah, okay, I forgot about Vitality. Give me a break. Give me a second. That's probably my list. My power rankings for the LAN. So we've got NA, 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 NA. My Swiss stage power rankings. Oh, that's quite bright actually. I don't know if that's gonna work. That's my red color. Does that work? Is that clear? You're colorblind? This doesn't make sense. That's my power rankings. This is all I had going into Swiss, by the way. This was my cheat sheet. That's it. You're looking at it. That was my cheat sheet. So I kept looking sometimes to the side because I was looking at my cheat sheet to see, okay, are both these teams in the same box? If they're in the same box, I'm allowed to like just pick basically whoever I want. Like FaZe, I pick Furia over FaZe. They're in the same box. I pick SRG over Vitality because they're in the same box. I pick Renegades over GZ, same box. I think I pick Complexity over Semper. They're in the same box. I think SRG, Vitality are kind of equal. Yeah, Vitality have not looked good. FaZe are kind of in a downward trajectory as well. Make NA yellow. Maybe I should make this yellow. Oh, that's disgusting. Why is it that color? That doesn't work at all. Wait, that actually works. I made this dark blue and it's gone like some weird yellow color. Where would I rank SRG with Khaled? Probably around about the same, but maybe you could make a case for putting them here, but I'd probably just around about the same. Same tier. I don't think SRG is going to change that much on LAN with Senzo, because I think having a sub might actually benefit them, because now the pressure's off. There's like less expectation to do well, less pressure to do well. Kind of just go in and, you know, have some fun. That's always a good thing for LAN, just going in and having fun. I mean, look at, not even just LAN, online as well. But yeah, this is my Swiss power rankings. And that's, I think, if you look at my list, NRG Dig did end up on top. Envy BDS G2 did end up 3 to 5. And then Endpoint Complexity did end up here. The reason Semper didn't end up making my top half is because they ran into, Complexity in the last round and they had to lose, and then I picked SRG over Renegades in the last round. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I followed these rules all the way through. I don't think I went away from my tier list at all. And I based that on like, you know, my individual expectations for these teams, but also like how well these teams have done in Swiss online. Let's see, did I break any rules? Nope. Yeah, this is all Vitality Phase. That was I can choose because they're both in the same tier. These are all different tiers. Oh, yeah, Semper Furia, that was different tiers as well. Different tier. Even that's different tier actually. Dig was, I put them a tier above. That's just for, that tier list was just for Swiss, by the way. The only like same tier matches that I was allowed to pick the winner in were Ground Zero Renegades, Furia Phase, Sandrock Vitality, Complexity Semper, and I think that's it. I think that those 4 were the only matches with teams that I put in the same tier for Swiss stage. Complexity, I had a tier above Vitality. I had Envy a tier above, two tiers above Sandrock. BDS a tier above Semper. Endpoint a tier below G2. I had G2 a tier above Cole. Semper a tier above FaZe. Yeah, everything else was different. So yeah, I kind of favored minor regions with my choices. Whenever I had teams in the same tier, I picked the minor region every time. Well, this was an all minor region match, but I picked Sandrock over Vitality. I picked Sam over. I picked Fury over FaZe, and then I picked Cole, who are half NA over EU, half Sam. So yeah, just a little bit of spice for the minor regions. Fury over FaZe. Yeah, I could see it. Personally, especially with where it happens in my simulation, like late in the tournament, FaZe coming off a loss, Furia coming off a win, late in the in round 4, yeah, FaZe coming off a tough loss, Furia coming off a clutch win. Yeah, I could see them taking that. I've seen FaZe choke. I've seen FaZe choke so many matches. I think every single regional this split, they've lost to a team that they should not be losing to. They lost to XSET, they lost to Complexity, they lost to Pittsburgh Knights in 3 different regionals. They lost to a team that are kind of Furia level. I kind of consider Furia like similar to Complexity, even though Cole have been in NA. Complexity are better, but Furia are not that far off. Furia over FaZe is a stretch. I don't see how though. Like that's not even that hard to imagine in my head. That's not even hard to imagine. No, I don't think any of these results are hard to imagine. I think they're all like very possible. But that's kind of the point of predictions. You're not supposed to go in and make just 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Oh, both these teams are good, 3-2. You know, you got to be bold with some predictions as well, or it's just boring. SSU deserves LAN. I mean, they literally don't. They literally don't deserve LAN. They lost. I hope SSG bounce back and make another LAN, but they clearly don't deserve this one. By the way, you know one thing that me and you did agree on, chat? We both had NRG losing 4-3 in the last set. You guys had them losing a G2. I got them losing a endpoint. I suppose we've like cursed NRG's opponents. Now they're gonna go and win because we've all predicted them to lose. But yeah, honestly, I think every NA team, every EU team, plus Sandrock have a shot of winning the whole thing. I think they're the teams who could have a shot of winning the whole thing. The reason I don't say OCE, SAM, or TVE is because TVE I think have too much mechanics to catch up on. OCE and SAM, we've seen what happens when they go against EU and NA in the past. They haven't made it past top 4. So I don't think it's feasible to say they could win it. The Sandrock, maybe Honeymoon LAN, who knows? I think you could. There's a world where they win it. Especially now that they got the sub blessing. Complexity still Sam. Okay, yeah, Cole. I could see Cole making a god run, a Vamos run for Sam. Oh, but by the way, chat. So this Friday, I'm gonna be streaming with T-Bates, Dazarin, Yummy Cheeseman, and CJ, and we're gonna do our top 15 LAN players. We're not gonna do team predictions because I think that that's gonna be done everywhere. anyway, so we want to do something a little bit different. We're going to do top 15 LAN players. I think that'll generate more discussion and be just very interesting. So yeah, top 15. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern this Friday. 8 p.m. Eastern this Friday. In Europe, that's, well, in the UK, that's 1 in the morning. In Central Europe, that's 2 in the morning. Saturday, 2 in the morning, technically, but yeah, Friday night. Friday night, we're going to be doing that on my stream, so you don't want to miss that. I'm in the UK, so it's currently 3:23 in the morning, but I know I've got a very late stream on Friday, so I'm staying up late already to get ready for that.